Hello, welcome back. It's been a little bit, but I'm back and I'm better. My name is Sam Mohaj, and this is Season 6 of GBTV's The Gameclock. Today is April 10th as this recording is happening, so all sports may not be up to date. And your varsity sports. All the spring sports have begun. Spring has sprung. And Newburgh's men and girls golf season began on April 9th with the boys team defeating Minisink Valley and losing to Cornwall. Player Mark Yan, 7th grader from South Middle School, shot a 38 for the Goldbacks, and he is going to be a prodigy. You heard it here first. And in the girls golf, Cameron Roth, senior at Newburgh Free Academy, shot a 39 on a par 32. She has made states the last 3 years of her high school career, and now she's going for the win. The girls' lax team lost 16-6 against Middletown on April 9th, with Keely Halving making 3 of the 6 goals. Congrats to them, but don't worry, they will come back better than ever. They won the state 4 years ago, and I'm sure Coach Abate has a trick up his sleeve. The boys' lax team lost 14-7 on April 8th against Wallkill. Terry Anderson had 3 goals, and the Goldbacks are now 2-2. Gabe Yazzo had 6 saves, and the boys' lax team is trying to turn it around before their season goes down the drain. The boys' tennis team beat Kingston 6-1 on April 3rd. Players such as Troy Steiner, Raj Patel, and Shabab Islam led the way to the Goldbacks' victory. The boys' baseball team defeated Cornwall 8-1 on April 3rd. Lucas Prokosh had 9 strikeouts and 1 earned run, and Jake Lanzer came in relief for the win. It was a huge win for the Goldbacks, as their last couple of seasons have been very under fire with disappointing come-ups with great potential, but Lucas Prokosh and others are looking to lead the way to Newburgh's first section appearance. And your MLB, NBA, and NFL news. The baseball season began, and the Yankees aren't looking so great. Now, I say the Yankees in particular because, one, we're from New York, but they've had so many injuries in the span of 2 weeks. Literally, they have 13 players on the DL. Players such as Miguel Andujar, who should have won Rookie of the Year compared to Shohei Ohtani, and Giancarlo Stanton, the $325 million man, are all injured, and the Yankees they have no clue what they're doing. Their bullpen, what's supposed to be great, is just I can't even say it. That's how bad they've been playing. They've come in, they blow the game, and the Yankees just can't rally back. So hopefully they could turn their season around. It's still very early. They'll end up playing till September. It's the longest season in all of sports, 162 games. I'm sure the Yankees have got this. They have great hope, and they have great potential. And some tear-jerking news. Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki retired. Wade and Nowitzki are some of the best NBA players of all time, and I'm very fortunate enough to watch them play in their careers. Wade was drafted in 2003, Dirk was drafted in 2002. They really made their impact on the NBA. Wade won 3 chips with the Miami Heat. He won 2. No, yeah, he did win 3 chips with the Miami Heat. Dirk Nowitzki won 1 with the Mavs. I'm more lenient towards Dirk because he defeated the Miami Heat when Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh were on that team. Single-handedly, no All-Stars, just him. He took the Mavs to Game 7 against the Heat, beat the Heat, and that signified his career as a legend. And as for Dwayne Wade will finish as a top 5 shooting guard of all time. Wade made an impact like no other, coming into the league as a junior in college, which wasn't heard of because LeBron James that year was in the same draft class and was drafted straight out of high school. Wade perfected his craft throughout college and proved why he will be one of the greats. So once again, congrats on their career. There's no NFL news this week, but if you really want to know something, Antonio Brown, the more that comes out about him, he's a terrible person. He threw his ex-teammate Juju Smith-Schuster under the bus, and it was really disappointing from a fan's perspective because Juju sent him a message when he was back in college playing USC football, stating how he really looked up to Antonio Brown and how he could perfect his craft. And Antonio Brown, some of the words I can't say on air, but Antonio Brown, he decided to show his personal messages with Juju Smith-Schuster, thinking that it would be funny and showing how Juju looked up to him. So I don't know how that's a bad thing, but I don't know. You tell me. And in your college basketball news, Virginia won against Texas Tech in March Madness by a score of 83-78. Everyone's bracket this year, down the drain. No one had a perfect bracket except for one man in Ohio who went to the Sweet 16 only to have it destroyed in literally the first game of the season. The first game of the matchup. Virginia was a odd pick because a lot of people counted them out last year after they lost to the 16th seed, which was the first ever time a number 1 seed lost to the 16th seed. As a huge win for the Virginia men's basketball program as they came back all the way and won. And also, something really cool that I don't really talk about a lot, but I should, was that Baylor women's basketball team won their section of March Madness against Mississippi State. It was a huge win for Baylor. They haven't made it far at all the last couple of years. They defeated Notre Dame to make it to the Final Two, and then they brought home the trophy. So congrats to them. I'm Sam Ohaj. This has been the Game Clock. Check me out every Friday with your latest sports news and updates. This is the Game Clock.